No, not mentally disabled. And if you keep saying that, that's a wrong diagnosis, which is causing health damages. Permanently disabled is not mentally disabled. So stop saying shit like that. That's going to cause me health damages because I've had 11 years of damage after I previously recovered and maintained injury and was about to go back to my job at Star Casino as a VIP host before organisations got involved in 2015 and caused the damage. Not mentally disabled, and when someone did deliberately drug me on G, which is exactly what they were doing to be a smart ass, because I purchased a dog from Brett Aikenhead for $2,000. The guy wanted more from, not more money. He wanted me to be with him. That fucking little abbo, which he was told continuously, stop putting stuff on social media, where he put photos of us saying, "Oh, we look alike," or "I'm his brother," or "I'm his partner," "I'm his boyfriend," "Oh, it's crazy ex-boyfriend," like shit like this. I'm like, Giovanni's my partner. I instigated a break in my relationship with Giovanni Craig and Salvo back in April 2015. Giovanni's not a carer. Giovanni wasn't doing the things. This is where I'm so sick of this. If I had two decent parents, which I don't, because my dad, Markine Fleming, lives in Hillcrest Road, Empire Bay, where he could have actually cleaned out the flat off the main house and said, "Son, come live here till you get on your feet." And he didn't. He lives in a house with 5 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, 3 living rooms, for fuck's sakes, by himself. So he's a fucking arsehole, and Mum's just as bad. Because my mother had the means to actually help her son get the truth across 11 years ago. She could have spoke to her ex-boss, a barrister, and done this. So they're both cunts. Mum's the bigger piece of shit, because Mum's always asked to help and won't help unless you do what she wants you to do. She'll only do what she wants. Where Dad doesn't have the means, because Dad's a builder, so he doesn't have the connections where Mum has, but Dad could have helped when it comes to living environment. But Mum could have really helped and actually pushed the truth across, but she only wants a scam. So Mum's fucking worse. So don't start shitting my life, thanks. I've been an easy target my entire life because the first thing people see is, well, Justin doesn't have a family. He was raised by his grandparents, Reg and Lola, and that's it. They're old. He's got no one. And I can literally go back to April 2002 on my birthday when this was brought up to Mum because of her behaviour with what she was telling Sam Delati and Santo and Maria Delati. We were in Windsor at that seafood restaurant. Disgusting place. So don't start shitting my life, because I'm not going to wear it, okay? Giovanni Consalvo wasn't a carer, and everything he told people since 2009 was absolute bullshit, which means all of the medical health industry has is wrong information. False information. That false information that government agencies have now relied on has caused 11 years of damage, so don't sit back and think that you're not going to pay it, and that does mean Strawberry Hills Housing Commission. That means New South Wales Police, and that does mean New South Wales Health Industry. This could have been all sorted out if you had have listened to me back 11 years ago when I said, that's not true. Listen to me. I'm telling you, you've got wrong information. Now you're basing it from your theory and opinion. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't get it from my mother. Don't get it from anyone else. Listen to me. Because, yeah, I am the only person telling the fucking truth. I can tell you guys now. Okay, I am the only person that hasn't tried to scam or scheme or use lies about Justin to do something. I am an easy fucking target, and I always have been, and I'm fed up. I'm 47 now. Well, in 2 days, I'm fucking fed up. So don't start and think I'm going to walk away from this. That means New South Wales Police as well. And it should be Australian Federal Police, considering it went across in 2 countries as I hold a green card to the US since 2014. Giovanni wasn't doing anything that he told everybody he was doing. Giovanni was off smoking crystal meth and getting fisted in the ass. That's why he was lying to Nazana, to Rob and Lara, to his employment, to his mother, to his family, but his mother panders to him. So instead of having a truthful son, she believes that he's a golden child, can't do anything wrong. Giovanni can't do anything wrong. Because, he's Latter-day Saint. And their family are Jehovah's Witness and born-again Christians, so they're perfect. It's all Justin. Of course it is. Easy target. Giovanni was broke-ass poor, living in a share house in Kensington when I met him. He was bankrupt. He had a mattress, an Xbox, and a small TV to play his Xbox on. He rented a room from Paula Engelberthen. It was like an ice smoking house. Seriously. Giovanni smoked ice. Paula Engelberthen does. She used to work for Dove. Since selling the house in Kensington, moved to Coleman Street, Lismore. Sold Coleman Street, Lismore, and moved on to Nimman. The other person that lived there as well was Gary. Giovanni moved into my place with my money, my assets, my belongings, my car. I had a lot of money. Guys, in 2009, when he moved into my place, in one bank account alone, I had over 140,000. I had 4 bank accounts. I had a lot of money. He saw an opportunity. I'm a sitting duck. My parents are fucking cunts. He saw an opportunity, he grabbed it. Free rent, free utilities, never had to pay for a single thing for 7 years. Lived a free life and was going out clubbing all the time. Taking time off work, pretending to be a carer, saying it was for Justin, saying Justin's having episodes. I wasn't even in Sydney most of those times. In actual fact, most of those times I can't be in 2 places at once. So I wasn't there. I mean, one time I'm in America and Dr. George Jacobs, a psychiatrist, didn't believe me. There you go, that's how far this goes with mental health. Because Dr. George Jacobs raised red flags of a crisis group and an acute care centre. Okay, because of what Giovanni told him. So they were coming around my place around February and March 2013 to check on me and do welfare checks because apparently Justin was depressed and suicidal. Apparently I had depression. And I wasn't leaving the apartment. Yet I wasn't even in Australia. I was not in the country. I come back to this shit fight mess that Giovanni caused while I was away, and Dr. George Jacobs from Spring Street in Bondi Junction told me, it's good to see you up and about now. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, literally, I was so confused. Most of the times I'm going to medical appointments so confused to what's going on. And I'm trying to get my medical team to listen to my health issues to fix them, and they're not listening to me because they were given wrong information from Giovanni since 2009, which then caused a wrong diagnosis, which then caused exacerbation of health and recklessly endangering my health, all because they broke privacy laws and didn't listen to me when I said that information is not true, correct it. This is the truth, and both my little cunts of parents can fuck off. You've had 11 years to help and do what I specifically asked. You can both piss off. My mother's the worst. Instead of telling the truth in 2015, no, let's see what Carol can scam. They love doing mental retarded scams. Have you ever noticed? My mother's sister, Robin Childs' daughter, Christy Childs, Mary Mahowski, my mum's younger sister. They love their mental retarded scams. It's go-to for them. Easy government money. Now, I'm not mentally retarded. I've had bad injuries, like from when I was in the Glasgow coma on my way home from work November 30th, 2007, and then the spinal meningitis is what's caused a lot of issues from 2010. Okay? I can speak for myself, thank you. I don't need anyone speaking for me, nor do I need you to base your information from your own projection, opinion, or theory. Thanks very much. These are the facts. I had a shitload of money, never had any debts, never credit card debts, owed nothing. I owned everything outright. Owed money nowhere. Unlike Giovanni, that was bankrupt. Owned everything outright, BMW outright, shitloads of fucking money, well over, well, back then it was 300,000 I had in the bank, but, shitload of fucking money, assets and belongings, so I worked hard for it. I put all this in detail for idiots, even government workers that are stupid to understand. So I put it in details, all my employment, my salary packages, I've got bank statements that back it up, the sale of my investment property, the side jobs I did where I didn't pay taxes on it, cash in hand and so forth. It's self-explanatory there if you read it, but you're a government worker, so you're dumb as dog shit. I'm in a situation because of what has happened since 2015, not before. I'm in a situation because people, groups and organisations chose to believe false information about me and lie about me for the last 11 years straight. And that's where government workers such as New South Wales Police are negligent. You want to make it into mental health, which is not, and then you want to make it a personality disorder. No, it's not. Okay? You've just lied about a person continuously when you should have stopped back in 2015. Now, if you actually say it was what Sam Delati's bullshit was. I mean, he's fucking crap in 2015 when he doesn't know anything about me, Sam Delati. Nothing. He was just a guy I dated briefly. And if anyone shows up and says, I know Justin, I met his mother, and I know his twin sister and the half caste, if they bring up Faith Brackley, you know they don't know me. If they knew me, they would have met my younger sister, Sky Sheridan Fleming. They bring up the fucking junky little cunt mum had with her second husband, Faith Brackley, then you know they don't know me. Thanks. I'm sick of being friggin' dragged into this bullshit. So, and I'm not saying anything quality about Dad's side either, but if they know me, they would have been able to see on social media, instead of questioning, for example, my cousin Madeline, going, oh, how is that person your cousin? She looks like this nationality. I'm like, well, that's because of the Fleming side. Instead of saying that, they would know that, well, that's Madeline, that's Justin's cousin. That's Jeffrey, the one that looks German, yeah. That's his sisters, Jo and Hillia, Fiona, Meredith. Okay, they would know that. They would know that Christy Saruni's my dad's younger sister's daughter. Okay, they would know that those Lebanese families my cousins. So they wouldn't be questioning this. If they knew me, they would know this. And that's my argument. If they knew me, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's Christy Saruni. That's Justin's dad, Mark Fleming, the builder. His younger sister, Linda, that's Linda's daughter. So these people don't know me and never open their mouth up. On top of this, going back to the Brett Aikenhead, the little piece of shit, I only met him in April 2015. I never knew him before April 2015. He told Newtown Court some bullshit. He even told me that he was going to say that, that I was in love with, saved him? I was checking on him. When he was like, or some shit, I tracked him or something. I'm like, what? Like, you've got some really delusional fantasies. Ice smokers. That's the thing. People that use ice have some fucking delusional fantasies. Look at Stephanie Salas. Okay? So I only met Brett in April 2015, and he was selling an English Bull Terrier. And he was, because of the bad legs. He wanted to buy a female Brindle Bull Terrier, which he did. He was selling the English Bull Terrier for $2,000. I paid $2,000 for it, knowing that it needed 4 knee surgeries. Okay, so $14,000 later. But I was already looking to buy an English Bull Terrier since 2006. I was waiting to be settled, and I kept putting it off. So it wasn't like, I was looking, I couldn't find one. There's plenty of English Bull Terriers. It's not a rare dog. Okay? They're $2,000. It's not a rare dog. I was looking at 2006, put it off again in 2012 when I was at the family holiday house, 23 Bangala Street, it's Long Beach. I was even washing my nan, Ruby Jeans, a statue of an English Bull Terrier, because Ruby loved English Bull Terriers. So did Reg. So did Lola. Okay, they're right through. The Terrier breeds are right through my family. So I was watching the statue, and I go to my partner, Giovanni. I'm like, that's the dog. They're great apartment dogs. People think they're a big dog that should be out exercising. No, because they're bad hips and knees, and they're grass allergies and so forth. They're not. They're apartment dogs. They're bred in the 1830s for London, and they're bred from an English Bull Terrier and an English Bulldog. So if you know those two English breeds, then you know that this dog is really an inside dog that gets allergies, hip problems, breathing problems, skin problems, knee problems, laxating patellas. Know the breeding line that it comes from. Anyway, I told Giovanni, so when we get settled again, and I'll start looking for that breed. Then in 2014, I'm at Auntie Mary Ann Mihowski and Uncle Richard Mihowski's place, and I'm showing Uncle Richard Mihowski photos on my phone of the English Bull Terrier, saying this is the dog I'm actually going to buy when I'm ready to relocate to America and bring it over from Australia to America with me, because they're better breeds of dogs from Australia than in America. I don't want a fucking American dog. I want an English, because they're kind-hearted and gentle. So this could have all been confirmed. Now this started because I brought a fucking dog off Brett Aikenhead. Brett Aikenhead had a standard poodle before this dog that he told everyone that died. It didn't die. He sold that dog to Shane, a guy that lived in Whitehorse Lane around the corner from Brett's in Gibbs Street in Newtown. Two dogs he sold, and he didn't grow up with dogs. Okay? Because that dog, Sammy, I saw, very much alive. He sold that dog and he told his father and his family that it died. That dog was very much alive, living with Shane, an ex-boyfriend of Brett Aikenhead's, who lived in Whitehorse Lane in Newtown. That dog was very much alive. But he lied to his father like he lied to his father and his brother, Shane Aikenhead, about me. Okay? I would never believe a person that uses drugs like that, because they lie. People that are involved in crystal meth, you're a fucking compulsive liar. I would never believe someone. And this guy, Brett Aikenhead, couldn't work unless he was high on crystal meth. He used to go to the RPA, Royal Prince Alfred Hospital, high on crystal meth. I saw it. I even got him recorded. Okay, and he worked in intensive care at the RPA. This is all facts. And this shit started because this guy wanted something more. I would never fucking go out with guys. He was a free prostitute to me. I instigated a break in my relationship with Giovanni, which it meant nothing to me. Leaving Giovanni. Okay? And this was already sort of discussed on what was going to happen after, I went right through the green card process and accepted in 2014 because Giovanni wasn't moving to America. It's like, well, how are we going to do this long distance? Maybe we need some time. So I went from April 2015, I went up to my family's holiday house on the Fleming side, which is my grandparents' house on the beach, 23 Bengo Street, it's Long Beach. Every single statement I've given in the last 11 years since 2015 is backed up with evidence and proof, yet I'm the person that's getting called a liar. I'm not lying. I am the only person that's actually telling the truth.